Restaurant Unstoppable. What the most successful restaurateurs know that you don't. Before this, a few months before this all went down, like you were propositioned to open your own place.
Right.
Take us to how this opportunity of Ore Nell's happened.
That's crazy. So yeah, chef sat me down and they talked about opening up maybe another Vita in Portland or whatever. And I was like, yeah, cool. I don't know if I want to commute to Portland, but, and he was just like, I just want to know how invested you are in this company. You know, chef was, and I was like, I have no other opportunity. Like, I'm here, man. I'm here for you. I've been here for you. Like, I see how other people grow, you know, like Dagan got his brewery from Liar's Bench. Like, I see how the opportunities go. Like, I'm here to put in my hard work till I get my opportunity, you know? Yep. And when we talked about barbecue, and we're like, all right, let's fucking do it. So every Friday, like I said, for 2 months straight, we kept doing the barbecue Fridays, you know? So we kept, trial and error, man. I must have, some of them briskets might not have been good. Some might have been good, you know what I mean? But like chicken.
Well, yeah, but what I love this approach, the reason why I'm excited about it, because I didn't know that you guys were using Vita Cantina as an area or a place to do market research.
Absolutely. We just had a little...
It's essentially your own little pop-up, right? And I love that approach. It's so smart. Like,
yes, sir.
Like if you know that there's a space about to be available and you're grooming somebody within your team to take over that space as a partner,
right?
Market research. Do a pop-up within your space. Figure out the recipes.
Absolutely.
Create awareness. Develop a brand.
Right.
All this stuff. So start putting it out there. Start creating buzz. Right. Were you guys doing stuff like that? Were you putting it out there? Were you letting people know?
Oh, we were letting people know, social media wise. You know what I mean? But like even before that, where I was the butcher there, you know, like I gained a lot of knowledge on trimming different things. You know. And yeah, so playing around with the smoker, we smoke our own bacon for. It was a Traeger, but we smoke our own bacon for brunch, stuff like that. You know what I mean? So I was starting to dive more into that smoke stuff, and kind of that passion was growing a little bit more that I had from back home. And yeah, man, it just, people were loving it. We would sell out of those little barbecue dinners every Friday night, and it was like, okay, cool. Now let's all get in the car and let's go look at this space. You know what I'm saying? Which is really dope. Which is over my head. Yeah. Like over my head. I'm like a little kid. You know what I mean? Yeah. With these two guys, with Vargas and Jay in the car, like. Like Jay's like, well, can you do it? And I'm like, yeah, absolutely, Jay. Like, I won't let you down, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, and I start telling him, like, we'll do turkey dinners for Thanksgiving, which we've done every year. I was like, I went down, did all my research. I went through the Aaron Franklin Tunnel. You know what I mean? Everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Louis Mueller's. I went and learned every little trick I could do, wrapping peach paper, then in plastic, then in foil. I went trial and error, more error than success until we locked it in, you know what I mean? And the hardest thing for me was writing recipes. Like we must have made 15 different barbecue sauces. You know what I mean?
Well, it's barbecue is one of those things that it's not just a bunch of ingredients. You also are playing with time and temperature.
Absolutely. But even like the sides and stuff, even like the barbecue sauce, to nail that down, you're like, it needs a little bit more lemon juice in here, right there.
And then you're also doing barbecue in New Hampshire, where
for sure.
Barbecue in August isn't going to be the same approach as barbecue in January, because all the variables of barbecuing in cold weather.
Right, for sure.
I'm sure there is a bunch of curveballs.
Which we lucked out there with the Southern Pride indoor smoker that we have. Yeah, SRG 400. So, like, we have our own little hood vent kitchen back there. Good. So that was a huge help to us right there. But just marketing, just getting the recipes down, man. As a chef, you're just like, I'm not a baker. Like, boom, add this, that. But now we have to dial up on a piece of paper and whatnot. And I remember the day we came in here and when we walked in, and they both told me, like, don't say anything, like, don't do any talking, man. You're just coming in here, you know what I mean? Because, you're working out your business stuff with the other previous owners of this building. So, like, yes, sir, Yeah. But looking around, I was like, seeing the aluminum siding, seeing all the wood and stuff like that, I was like, this feels like a barbecue plate. Like, it's just like...
it does. You reminded me of a GIF. With them telling you, like, don't say anything. Like, stay cool. I saw this GIF, like, literally, like, 2 days ago. Of some restaurant broker posted it, restaurant real estate broker posted it. And it's like when you tell your client to act cool walking into a restaurant space, and then the gift was some dude like slapping high fives, like running in like he's super excited. Yep, it just made me think of that.
Absolutely, man. Yeah, they're like, and I'm like listening to them like, yep, I ain't seen a goddamn thing. You know what I'm saying? Not to be,
sorry if
use his name in vain.
I had to share that.
No, I love that. So walking around, but like looking at like as they're talking and negotiating or whatever, I'm like looking around like this could be a barbecue restaurant. And then there's the front line when you walk in, you see the open kitchen, but there's also this at the time, there's this other back kitchen that has another hood vent system, and they had an oven with a 6-range burner on top.
Yeah.
I was like, dude, that could be an indoor smoker right there.
Mm-hmm.
Has a hood vent right under it. You know what I'm saying? Get a couple Alto shams. We can make this happen.
Yeah, man. One thing we didn't talk about, and I'm really curious about it. When did they tell you, like, we want to open a restaurant with you?
Probably before I got arrested in December.
Okay.
You know?
They're like, shit, we
like in
waited.
November. No, I mean, it was like right around that time. I mean, it's kind of a blur now, man, because
Yeah.
it all just hit
What was
me
that
up.
like to know that you were going to...
Dude, it was the coolest feeling in the world.
How do they say it to you? Like, how do they, like, deliver the news?
Really, it was Chef Vargas delivering the news. You know what I mean? Like, all your hard work. Like, you know, I saw this podcast with you. Like, he wanted to create opportunity for me. You know, obviously he's a partner in this business too. But like, what's next for you, man? You know what I mean? Like, you've served your time here. Like, you've shown me what you can do here. I have all the faith and trust in the world in you. Like, let's move. Let's give you your baby kind of deal now. You know what I mean? Which again speaks volumes for him. And just hearing that was like, shit. Like, we're going through with this. You know what I mean? Once like we started selling out of those the Friday barbecue dinners, it was like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, we can do this at a volume, right?
Yeah.
We're not gonna do it off a little offset smoker because, you know what I mean? We need something bigger. But like, I don't know, man. It's not to sound stupid. It was a blur. You know what I mean? Like, it just
like
something
what
hits you. Like,
okay,
really?
Of course, yeah.
I would love that. You know.
For sure.
And then we went through the company ham, and we're picking out names of the restaurant, and you know, we're talking about Oakland barbecue or point and flat, you know what I mean? Like, of the brisket, you have the flat, the point, and all this stuff. And then it was like Ore Nell's, you know, and like everybody voted on which one. And I didn't want to say Ore Nell's just because I'm like, well, that's my grandma's name. I don't want to like, I appreciate this moment, but I want to be like, we're calling it my grandma's name. You know what I mean? I'm like very humble. As much as I am my competitor and want to win all the time, I'm also humble too, a little too much. So like, and then everybody's like, no, dude, it's going to be Ore Nell's. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. 2 syllables. And the other thing I've learned in the show is that, like, something that's an extension of who you are, something that's personal, something that, you know, that you can identify with.
Can't let grandma down.
Yeah, man. And plus, I just feel like you're going to show up to a whole different level.
Yeah, definitely.
If you make it personal, if it is an extension of who you are, and if your DNA is imprinted on it.
Right. And then it goes back to like all the Central Texas or even past Central Texas barbecue restaurants in Texas. They're all named after someone's name.
Yeah.
Terry Black's, you know, Franklin's Barbecue, you know. Mueller's, Louis Mueller's, you know what I mean? Valentina's, you know what I mean?
In Nashville, but I know what you're saying.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like that. So it's like, okay, like we're not going to put Will Myska's on here, you know what I mean? But like Ore Nell's is just that classic old school Texas two different names in one, you know what I mean? Ore Nell, Myska. So it was like, it was cool, man. And
so 2 years into ownership now. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What have been the biggest hurdles, biggest challenges in the past 2 years that you've had to get over that you didn't anticipate as an owner?
In 2 years, or just this year, or
just the past
in 2 years? Just growth. You know what I mean? Like how to expand the business a lot. You know, how to keep managing the staff. I don't think that ever's changed. You know what I'm saying? Because we talked about earlier. Chef Vargas taught me a lot about managing the person and whatnot. But you're gonna get a bunch of different people, so you got to continue to keep managing different people in different ways.
Yeah.
But growth of the business for sure. Getting our name out there.
What has worked for you? Getting your name out there.
I don't want to be redundant and say social media and stuff like that, but
okay, say social media, but give me an example of how you're using social media.
Promo nights, stuff like that. You know, one big thing with me is like,
what is a promo night?
Like public service industry Tuesday night. You know what I mean?
How do you promote those nights?
Instagram usually, social media, or email blasts as well.
What's an email blast?
So people that come here, we get their email address and we blast it off to them.
Sorry.
Yeah, for sure.
That southern.
That's southern. I'm chewing on my lips, kind of stuff like that. But you know, like a lot of those things that they haven't worked out. I remember our first year we did Western Wear Wednesday. You come in with your best Western attire and you get a gift card, and that thing never popped off. You know what I mean? But that's okay. You know what I mean? Because people still came in on Wednesday.
Next one? I'm gonna show up.
Yeah, well, we kind of got rid of that one. You know what I'm saying?
Bring it back. You better.
There you go. Yeah. On pop-ups, you know, we did a pop-up with Bad Lab Brewery. You know what I mean?
Okay,
pop-up with Stoneface, like getting out there, like things like that.
Pop-ups are huge.
With breweries, barbecue and beer, man.
Why do pop-ups work?
Because you're showing yourself to a whole new clientele that may not know about you, especially when you're new.
It's a collaboration. You know? You're coming together. You're taking these followers are now you got these followers, and we're bringing our shit together.
Right.
We're saying we put our stamp of approval. The people that know, like, and trust us, hey, guess what? Know, like, and trust them too.
Yep.
And then you reciprocate.
Absolutely.
You know?
Absolutely.
That's a huge way.
Like Bad Lab. I mean, you're in Somersworth, you know, right there. Like, how many people know about Ore Nell's or even go out to Kittery to go eat? You know what I mean? Or even know what Badgers Island is. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So doing things like that.
And I think it comes down to collaboration, and this is why I think that you go so much further together, right? You can look to the people that are your neighbors down the street and you say, let's fucking bury those motherfuckers. Or you can say, hey, let's do a collaboration. Let's do a pop-up. Let's take your whatever and let's throw it on our whatever.
What do they say? What's the old saying? And they make fun of me because I butcher my words and say it backwards all the time. It's my 8th grade Texas education, but it's rising tides move sink ships or whatever.
All boats rise with the tide.
There you go, something like that. See, I butchered that one. That's for all you got. There you go. Zach's
good.
gonna love that one. But it's that saying though, right there. You know what I mean? Like,
it's true.
Come together and lift everybody up.
There's truth.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like when I talk about winning and stuff like that, it's not winning to defeat somebody else or another place. It's about the winning amongst ourselves.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And how we can grow within ourselves.
I love it.
You know what I mean?
So we events, promotion has been one of your challenges.
Yeah.
These are the things you've learned. Anything else over the past 2 years?
That's helped the growth?
Yeah.
Our packages, man, have been really great. So
what do you mean by that?
Thanksgiving packages, smoked turkey, set price. I mean, this past year we did 80 of them. First year we did 28. Second year we did 46. This year we did 80. Probably did a lot more because of, the COVID stuff. You're eating at home instead of going to a family feast. But all this different kind of marketing stuff. And we're blessed to have the marketing team there at 1 Middle Street in downtown Portsmouth. Started doing brunch. We do brunch in the off season. Barbecue brunch. You can get a Bloody Mary with burnt ends on it kind of deal. You know what I mean? Brisket, eggs Benedict, stuff like that. Like, just how can you evolve and not stay stagnant, so to say? You know what I mean? And then you can't swim against the tide. I remember when we first opened here, and Justin can tell you this, that I didn't want cornbread on the menu because cornbread's more of like your deep south, more eastern barbecue thing. We're more fried okra, coleslaw. We even do this like slaw that's like with carrots, mayonnaise, and potato salad, carrots, mayonnaise, and raisins in their pinto beans, which we have. So I was like, I want this menu to be cut and dry so we can stay true to who we are. We don't have post oak wood, but we get some awesome white oak wood in Lebanon, Maine from Bruce Kimball. And I was like, so the first weekend we opened, we got like 5 different inbox messages like, where the fuck's the cornbread? Why don't you guys have cornbread? So, right?
Sometimes you got to give the people what they want.
And that's what we do. So, so now we do a special menu every night. We have our cut and dry menu, but we have a special menu. And cornbread's on there every night. And we sell so much damn cornbread. Jalapeno cheddar cornbread, with the Diarable honey over the top. But that special menu, too, is very important. It's an outlet for product you're sitting on. Not saying it's bad product or whatever, but it's also for the staff that you have to get creative.
Yes.
Come up with the special.
Why is that significant?
Because who wants to make potato salad every damn day? And who wants to make pinto beans every day? You're gonna lose staff. You know what I mean?
You need an outlet for creativity.
And people are gonna leave. Again, it's a revolving door in a restaurant. We've been lucky enough to retain a lot of staff since we opened. My chef de cuisine, Zach Cardona, has been here since day one. That's my brother right there. But it gives you an opportunity. Come up with this. What do you want me to order? Pork belly? Cool. Let's work on it together.
What do you want to learn?
What do you want to learn? Yeah, what can we do? You know what I mean? And it gives people an outlet to not be stagnant.
And also, who knows, man? Like, you might create something that's a hit. Who knows? It might find a home on the menu, permanent menu.
Absolutely, Well,
who knows? It
can't touch the traditional menu, but it can hit that special menu. We can extend it.
It could also become its own thing.
For sure.
That could be somebody on your team that invents something or brings something that's their passion. Now, guess what? We're going to do pop-ups around this thing. Now, guess what? A new business was available, new locations available down the street. Let's do a whole, I'm dreaming right now.
No, for sure. No, I hear exactly what you're saying. Definitely.
It,
Like, we started, how cheap lobster was over the summer. We started doing smoked lobster roll Fridays.
Lobster was cheap this summer?
Oh, lobster was cheap, man. We're talking.
Goddamn, why was I in Texas?
$5. No, up here.
But I was in Texas.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah, I hear you. Like $5 a pound, man. So we worked with a local lobsterman across the water here in Kittery.
$5
a pound,
dude,
man. It was crazy.
Some lobster was cheap this year.
So I hope it stays cheap next year. Actually, not for lobsterman. They need to make money. I get that. You know what I'm saying? But gas, we can keep that kind of streamlined. But so we started doing smoked lobster rolls every Friday, and the first Friday, 16 of them out within 2 hours.
That's
so
awesome.
We did it all the way from May until October 1st or whatever, and that was kind of our niche.
So this is something